Welcome to Face to Face, and today we're going to go to Italy. We're going to talk about climate change. We're going to talk about acting. I'm with Giorgio Cantarini, who is a very famous and award-winning actor. Welcome to Face.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, you're welcome. So give us briefly what happened after The Life is Beautiful. What was your life? It was a good movie, or how that was crazy for you?
Well, Life is Beautiful was, of course, a very important movie for me, and also for Italy, for our
For everybody,
cinema.
for the whole world.
Yeah, for the world. Yeah.
It was
And
such a beautiful
after
movie.
that movie, that was an amazing experience for me. Very, very important for my life. I I started my acting career, but 2 years later, I was in Gladiator, and just a little role. I was the Maximus Decimus Meridius' son, and so that was a good start for me. Two movies, eight Oscars, not bad. But yeah,
You should open a school.
that was like a game for me. I didn't want to be an actor at that time because it was just a game, just I was playing, and my parents also wanted me for me to have a normal life. So I uh, I stayed in school. I played soccer, and sometimes, and if there was some interesting project, I I played again, like in movies or TV. But I had a normal life, but I I understood that I wanted to be an actor after high school. So when I was more aware of what I wanted for my life and etc. and etc. But and one of my experience was when I was 13 years old or 14, and I met Paolo Bianchini, this amazing Italian director. And now we in I think March or April we're going to work together again, and so this is gonna be a great experience, a wonderful movie, and no,
So,
that's it. You
so
know,
you uh, give me the next step. So, can you explain a little bit more about your involvement in this movie and the context of it? And I have a short trailer to show if we when we want. And we have Jackie, who is with us, and we are also part of the team of production for the movie we are talking about.
okay, this movie is called On the Fourth Chord, and it's it's based in Italy, in Trentino, in the north of Italy. And a few years ago, there was this very big storm, very unusual there, that teared down an entire forest of these amazing trees that are the red pines, the red firs. I don't know the exact name. I think red pines. And these trees are special because they are used to make the violins, and their wood is so special because it's perfect for instruments, for violins and cellos. And in just one night, this like centenarian forest was teared down. And what Paolo Bianchini wants to tell is that in this tragedy, this big tragedy, uh, brought up another tragedy that was World War I, because when all the trees falling, they brought up all the rest of the war, like the soldiers, the corpse, the helmets of soldiers. And so it's very interesting. It's very poetic because it's a war. This important fact that happened with the trees, I think it's very linked to the war, and we're going to see this from the eyes of a kid, like I think he's 10 or 12 years old, and we're going to see the change of life of people there before the storm and after the storm, and it's going to be very, 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 very interesting and very poetic, because Paolo Bianchini is a wonderful director, and he
Can I
puts
show
poetry in
a
everything he
short
does.
2 minutes trail?
Yes, of course.
So let's play it.
Cercando di salire per andare a Santa Caterina, ma c'è un buco in mezzo alla strada.
Now.
That's a beautiful trail. So how did you get engaged in this production? How did you, and what is the importance for you on the climate change and what's happening? We saw it with the fire all over in Greece, even in Siberia, here in the US, in the West Coast. So, are you for you climate change exists? I imagine, and so you try to do your part.
Yes. Paolo Bianchini involved me in this project because he thought for me for this role very interesting, where I play a soldier, and a soldier, a guy, but my character is like on the edge between dream and reality. We don't really know if, because he met this kid that is the main character, but we don't really know if he's a guy from now, or like the soul of a soldier from the war. And Paolo thought that my personality was perfect for this role. And I also like to think that he chose me for this role because I played when I was very young, and so I can better understand what it means to play with a kid, and because all my scenes are with this kid, and I think that's another reason. And yeah, I'm not like an activist, but I'm very respectful of nature, and I try always to help. Like I'm doing a little part, in, because I have a friend who has a brand of clothes, sustainable clothes, 100%. How do you say, recyclable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I'm trying to help him, for example, and I hope that with this movie we can bring it all around the world and use a very poetic and dramatic way to help, because of course global warming exists, and the climatic change exists, and and I think that's not that's not an opinion, it's a fact. Science says this, and 97% of scientists agree on this. And yeah, it's time to act, and we are trying to do our part. And Paolo has always done something good for society in his career, like for um, violence on kids. He touched a lot of different important themes, and now it's about this, about ambient. And I'm glad that he chose me, because so I like to play, I like to be an actor, but if we can also do something important for everybody, for everyone, it's even better. And I'm it's very sad to see what's happening in the entire world, but I can speak for Italy, because in Sardinia, for example, in Sardinia, there are a lot of fires, a lot of them, and it's very bad, because there, for example, there is um, olives, olive trees that were centenarian, and now there's no olives anymore there. And for yeah, I live in the countryside in Lazio, in the center of Italy, and I can see with my eyes what the global warming is doing to the agriculture, for example. And I have olives. My grandfather, that now is not here anymore, but we lived in the countryside, and I see this year we won't have olives, and it's a tragedy. Not for me, because I don't sell the oil, but for the for a lot of people, it's going to be very bad. And I think that sometimes we think that the consequences of the global warming are in the future, but I think that they are now. They are happening every day and every year, more and more.
Yeah.
And we in the history, always not we had big fires, and I don't know, the big floods, but now it's happening more often, and everywhere. It's not like, I don't know, it's happening everywhere in the entire world. It's not normal, and we have to do something. This is my opinion, that we should entirely change our economic system that is based on capitalism and consumism, and I think it's not sustainable anymore. We should entirely change the economic system. I think it's not easy, of course. It, it's a very long and hard process, but we can't use the Mother Earth like we are doing right now, and because the resources are limited, and if if we are doing too much, the Earth, the nature, will blow us away. You know.
No, and we have a lot of technology then who could be advanced to also balance our production with other type of materials and using other type of resources to make sure it doesn't create the disaster at the ecological level. So it's a very important moment for, I think, human history.
Yeah.
Jackie, welcome.
Thank you.
I know you were very quiet. Jackie is with us at Pressenza, and she's also part of the company who's going to produce the movie. So do you want to present a little bit what do you do and what is the situation now?
Sure. I taught Italian for 20 years on Long Island in secondary school, high school, and continued working part-time at SUNY Old Westbury, where I still teach Italian, one course. And I have been involved with Mr. Bianchini, Paolo Bianchini, since 2014, when we took a trip to Italy and we met him in person because he did a film, as Giorgio was saying, called Il Sole Dentro, which talks about child exploitation. So what is important to me is not only the language and the culture that I've dedicated my life to, more or less, but the idea that we are all united, that we really are all connected. And that struck me in Mr. Bianchini's movie. I had the pleasure of meeting them, Paolo and Paola, and I am still friends with them today. And I've decided to volunteer for as a representative, I guess you'd say, a contact person for them in the United States to help promote this film for the good of humanity, really. Sometimes when politics don't work or when conversations are garbled, the arts can fill in very well. So this is kind of what Giorgio was talking about as well.
So what is your main goal? Is to find people who can support the production, or
anyone who's interested? Yes, support the production, be involved in one way or another. An endorsement, meaning somebody saying, yes, we want to sign on and put our names on that, as the Kyoto Club has in Italy, as well as the Pablo Casals Foundation. So there are European organizations that are signing on and giving them an endorsement. There's also support and co-production. There are different aspects that people can get involved in. And I invite that on all levels, educational levels, associative levels, environmental groups that might be interested in signing on and being a part of this production. This is a worldwide production. So. And so,
I mean, I imagine the documentary, the movie will be available for school or for education institution and so on and so forth. So maybe they can also contact the production.
They can contact me if they're in the United States. If, of course, Alveare Cinema is located in Rome, in Italy, central Italy, and they can contact them directly. But they've asked me to be the go-between to kind of help them monitor things. So I I can give people. I mean, they can contact you. They can contact me. However they'd like to do it. But I can leave an email, and they can contact me.
Giorgio, when does the movie happen? When do you start to work?
Well, actually, we had to start in September or October, but when Paolo went to in Trentino to see the locations, many people from there advised him to postpone the shooting because the weather there is very unstable in September, October, and so there was the risk that we couldn't be able to finish the movie. So we changed in March, April, when the snow is gone, and so in the next few months we are going to start talking about the movie, the characters, the story, what we want to tell, but, what you do when you work to a movie. So Paolo really wants to get me involved in the whole project, in the whole process. And yeah, I don't know exactly what he has in mind, but I'm sure it's going to be something unique.
And that's a little bit unusual, no? Usually you go and then you do your part and you are gone. Here it's like you are part of the production, more or less, no?
Yes, I like that. I like that I can be involved in this project, in every part of this project, not just as a simple actor. I'm gonna do my part, but I'm gonna do what I can to help this movie to be seen everywhere, because it's the message that we want to tell. It's very important, and especially in this moment, and I think that's the role of art, to speak of important themes, but not in a direct way. Like, we want to talk to the subconscious. We want to awake something in the people and make them understand what what is happening, and what people can do to help, or what the governments should do. I don't know. It's a lot of things. And I'm sure that it's going to be something unique, because the
Yeah,
story is unique. The this thing that those trees were used to make violins, the best wood in the world, and that Stradivari, the legend says that Stradivari went in that forest to touch the wood and find the best trees for the violins. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's very poetic, very poetic.
And with your talent, I'm sure it's going to be. So you also mentioned to me then you were in New York before to do some play, and then you might going to come back. So just briefly, and then maybe Jackie will close to this interview.
Yes. Okay. I lived in New York for almost 1 year, and in January 2020, we played a very interesting play, an off-Broadway named Lions Don't Hug, and probably after the movie, so in May or June, I don't know if I can move back to New York, because now it's not possible. We are going to do the play again, and I think that I'll move back so I can continue my life where I left it, because I was living in New York, but due to the COVID, I had to move back to Italy.
You are welcome back anytime you want. New York is
Uh,
missing you.
Thank you, thank you. I have half of my wardrobe in New York, and my clothes, my shoes. I have a bike there that are waiting for me in Queens, in Ridgewood,
Ah, great.
and yeah, I have a lot of things there and friends, and so yeah, I'll get back as soon as it's possible.
Thank you so much for this interview. It was really a pleasure. And I hope to see you when you come, and then we will have coffee with Jackie, and then we will get together somewhere.
Of course, it's a pleasure.
And then keep us posted with anything. Jackie, you want to add anything to this?
Yeah, I would just say that I thank you, Giorgio, for your time and your dedication and how you really feel about things. And I think that it's a wonderful guide point for many people. I think the arts can touch the subconscious and touches something inside of you. And thrilled to have you on board for Paolo Bianchini, and I hope that that some people, if they're interested, will contact Pressenza, and we'll put you in touch with Alveare Cinema in Rome.
Yeah, thank you to help us you choose to help us with the project. It's very important. Thank you.
My pleasure, and we believe in what we're doing.
Thank you very much to both of you. Thank you. That was your show Face to Face, and please watching your news on Pressenza.com, and I hope to hear from you very soon. Thank you.